So then they apologized and said, we didn't know, because we knew that you couldn't come to our house, so we didn't plan anything too much. We thought we'd just dance for you. But then the ladies were bringing out, and they brought out these leis made out of beads, and they brought out bracelets and fans. They ran back and got fans, and they had enough there that they had 18 gifts for all 18 of us. They made sure of that. Some mother sent her kid home, blah, 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 blah. And then I saw the kid come back and he had 2 fans, so she added that to the pile. So everything was done fine. And then we went back and got in the boat, and when we were walking around the island, I saw 2 boys came in with a pail, and they had all kinds of fish, beautiful blue ones and red ones and yellow ones, all gorgeous colors, and they had an octopus. And one of the little girls, she grabbed it up and held it up for me to take a picture of, and they're all laughing and hollering. And then they had a moray eel in there, and she grabbed that up too. She was a goer. She grabbed the moray eel up, held it up, and we took pictures of that. But we didn't have a lot of contact with the kids like we had in Fiji. I don't know, they seemed to be into the background more. It was strange. The ones that we could get to and talk to seemed okay, but they weren't coming out. Anyway, then the rain comes, and we had to go back to the boat, and we got on the boat, and then it cleared, and they took the boat all the way around the island so we could see the whole island, and then they took us across the strait again, and we got home, and it was a full, busy day. Oh, and another thing, when we were in American Samoa 30 years ago with Lyle and Candy, we had a friend there. We met Chief Napoleon Tuitulialipago of American Samoa. And he was the one that came to Chicago, and we met him in Chicago at the airport there. And then he went on to Washington, D.C., and he was there for 2 years, him and his wife Selma, and he wrote the national anthem for American Samoa. Well, anyway, about 4 years ago, we got a letter from him saying that he and Selma was looking at the album, and they saw our pictures and Lyle and Candy's picture and Ralph and Pearl, and they wondered, how we were and what was happening. So I wrote to Lyle and told him and sent the address, and I wrote back to Napoleon. We called him Nap. And Nap, and told him that how we were and what we were doing and what had happened and what our children was doing and blah, 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 blah. And then I says, right, well, they never wrote. And he was in his 80s. And then I asked the Chief Va'iao of West Samoa, I said, did you know this friend of mine, this chief, and he was listening, and I explained everything to him, what happened in it. Yes, he knew him. He says, oh, Napa and I were very good friends. He says he died 2 years ago. So he died in 1992. So, and he says, isn't this a small world that you should come on an elder hostel and know my friend? And I asked the old chief too, Finiasu, and he knew him too. Well, they're an island apart, but still there's people related from this island to the next island. Everybody's related, They all got relatives. So they were surprised, that to hear people from America come, and then Ralph told him some stories about Napoleon, how he was a lawyer, and of course Lyle was a lawyer, and he had to somebody was running against him and said no, he didn't have a real certificate, and then he asked Lyle to go back to this school in Chicago to find out and get his certificate. Apparently he became a lawyer through a mail order school. And Lyle went and found that the school was still there, and that was the most amazing thing of all. And he got the papers there, and he sent them on, and Napoleon said, aha, see, I told you I was a real lawyer, and he won, and his office that he was going for.